This year is giving us a truckload of PS4 console-exclusive games. With so many to keep track of, we've compiled them all here for your convenience. Be sure to subscribe and we'll keep you up to date on everything coming to PS4. 2064 Read-Only Memories is an expanded version of the 2015 cyberpunk adventure game of the same name. Unlike the original release, the new version includes full voice acting, new puzzles, and new writing. Gravity Rush 2 once again puts you in control of Kat as she goes on a gravity-defying adventure to defeat the evil forces terrorizing the aerial city of Hexville. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue is a collection that includes a high-definition remaster of Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance, as well as 2 new pieces of story content that expand upon the events of previous games. Tales of Berseria is an action RPG that tells the story of the ill-tempered Velvet as she journeys across the sacred kingdom of Midgand with a group of pirates. Yakuza 0 is a prequel to the well-regarded Yakuza series. Set in 1988, you play as both mainstay protagonists, Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima, during their formative years working to climb the ranks of Japan's criminal underworld. Double Dragon 4 continues the legacy of the classic beat-em-up series, bringing back the old-school visual style from its earliest entries. Digimon World Next Order is the first Digimon World game to reach the West in over 10 years. It follows the adventures of a high school student that gets sucked into the digital world only to discover that it's under siege by an army of Machinedramons. Wipeout Omega Collection is a remastered 4K collection of Wipeout HD and Wipeout 2048, which released on PS3 and PS Vita respectively. Divide is an open-ended sci-fi dungeon crawler that tells the story of David, a widowed father in search of his kidnapped daughter. Nioh is a Dark Souls-like dungeon crawler set in a Sengoku-era Japan that's overrun by a demon infestation. It's developed by Team Ninja, the studio behind the brutally difficult Ninja Gaiden series. Horizon Zero Dawn is an upcoming open-world action RPG that puts you in control of a hunter named Aloy as she journeys across a post-apocalyptic world dominated by mechanical creatures. Nier Automata is the sequel to a cult favorite action RPG released in 2010. It takes place sometime after the events of the first game and puts you in the role of a powerful android soldier tasked with driving off an invasion of machine-like beings. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix is a PS4 re-release of the PS3 high-definition remasters of several Kingdom Hearts games. MLB The Show 17 once again provides fans with a realistic baseball experience, while adding a variety of new features, such as the ability to import career saves from last year, and an in-depth RPG mode that allows you to influence the season in myriad ways both on the field and off. Danganronpa 1-2 Reload is a collection of the first 2 games in the cult favorite Danganronpa adventure game series. The long-running Shin Megami Tensei Persona series is back with its 5th entry. It follows the adventures of a group of high school students who secretly moonlight as supernatural cat burglars. The Silver Case is an HD remaster of developer Suda51's first game with Studio Grasshopper Manufacture. Set in a city called the 24 Wards, it tells the story of a bizarre series of murders and the detectives investigating the case. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is the latest in the mashup series between Dynasty Warriors and Dragon Quest. It expands upon its predecessor by providing online multiplayer with up to 4 people, as well as the ability to transform into and battle as monsters. Birthdays: The Beginning is the newest game by legendary Japanese developer Yasuhiro Wada, the creator of the Harvest Moon series. It's a colorful god game that focuses on simple, easy-to-understand mechanics. Ace Combat 7 is the first true addition to the long-running flight simulator series in nearly a decade. It fully supports PlayStation VR, which means your dream of being an ace fighter pilot is this much closer to becoming a reality. Boundless is a sandbox MMORPG where you and others explore a procedurally generated world. Its major highlight is its portal mechanic, which lets you place doors that can take you to other worlds. Hatsune Miku Project Diva Future Tone is a PS4 port of the rhythm game Hatsune Miku Project Diva Arcade. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is a collection of high-definition remasters of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games. Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony continues the bloody saga of previous games, pitting another group of students against one another in a battle royale-esque conflict of violence and logic. Death's Gambit is an atmospheric Dark Souls-like dungeon crawler that's displayed from a 2D side-scroller perspective. Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age is the high-definition remaster of the critically acclaimed 12th entry in the Final Fantasy series. Rather than build upon the version that launched in the US in 2006, the game is a remaster of the expanded International Zodiac Job System Edition, which was only released in Japan. Gran Turismo Sport is the latest entry in the long-running racing simulator series. It focuses on providing players with real-life awards for competing in and winning FIA-sponsored racing competitions. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is the latest action game by Ninja Theory, the studio behind Heavenly Sword, Enslaved: Odyssey of the West, and DMC: Devil May Cry. The game's story is based around Celtic mythology and tells the story of Senua, a warrior embarking on a journey through a hellish underworld. Housemarque's latest offering, Nex Machina: Death Machine, is a twin-stick shooter that channels the energy of genre classics like Robotron 2084 and Smash TV. Nidhogg 2 brings back its predecessor's signature back-and-forth competitive swordplay, while adding in a wealth of new abilities and weapons, as well as an expressive new visual style. Ni no Kuni 2: Revenant Kingdom is the long-awaited sequel to 2010's Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. Rather than focus on the continued adventures of the protagonist from the first game, it introduces a completely new cast of characters who must fight against an emerging threat in the kingdom of Ding Dong Dell. Pyre is the latest game by Supergiant Games, the studio behind the critically acclaimed Bastion and Transistor. It's an action RPG that tasks you with leading a band of exiles to freedom from a dangerous and mystical land. Parappa the Rapper Remastered is an HD re-release of the fan-favorite 1997 PS1 rhythm game. The long-awaited third entry in the cult classic Shenmue series continues Ryo Hazuki's desperate search for his father's killer, Lan Di. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is a standalone chapter in the Uncharted series, where you play as fan-favorite character Chloe Frazer, as she embarks on an adventure in search of a mystical treasure known as the Tusk of Ganesha. What Remains of Edith Finch is an adventure game that tells the story of Edith, the last surviving member of the Finch family, who's on a personal journey to discover the truth behind her mysterious heritage. Yakuza Kiwami is a remake of the first entry of the Yakuza series. It improves the resolution textures and loading times of the original, as well as clear up some of that game's more confusing plot lines and inconsistencies. And that's all the PS4 console exclusives confirmed for 2017. But there's still time for more to be confirmed this year, so let us know in the comments below what other games you think will come out. For more on all things PS4, stick to GameSpot.